Hello, and welcome back to math class. We are starting a new topic. It's all about geometry, which should be fun, I think. It'll give us a little something different to do. So I am going to take notes on the dry erase board, and I'm going to have you take notes on some paper. I did send pictures in the Google Classroom so that you have access to it. However, I want you to take notes. It'll get us back. Remember when we did notes in school? It'll be good. Just do it on a piece of paper, whatever. Doesn't matter. And the good part is, if I'm going too fast for you, guess what? You can pause me, which is kind of funny. Hopefully I'm not making any funny faces. Okay, so I am going to start. And the first thing you need to know is, after you watch the video, they went through all the lines. So the first thing you need to know is this one. This one is just called a point. And the point is just an exact position. And I wish I could do this while maybe I'll try and do it backwards. Okay, so that's a point. The next one is this one, which hopefully you remembered is just a line. And the line with the arrows going in either direction means that it has no endpoints. Okay, so this line could continue forever in either direction because it has no points, has no spot, no ending spot. This one, however, is called a line segment because the points are added at the end of each line. Therefore, there is two endpoints or two stopping points. So this is just a line segment. Okay, so it's going to stop there. All right, I'm going to quick erase so I have some room here. And I know you probably didn't get all that, but that's okay. Make sure you're taking time pausing, and I did, again, attach the notes so that you can see it, okay? All right, another type of lines that we're going to run into are these lines. And these are two lines that are together, one on top of the other one. Think of like railroad tracks. When you see railroad tracks, the two lines continue in either direction. These are called parallel lines. Okay, and parallel lines, these are lines that never cross. So think of those railroad tracks. When they're going, they're never going to cross each other. There might be another curve in the bend, but those two tracks don't ever cross each other because the train has to stay on the track. Okay, so it's going to go along these two parallel lines. So think of it that way. Another type of lines that we're going to come across are something called intersecting lines. And these you would see, you know, kind of like on a street. They're kind of intersecting. So you would see these two things that would cross. So here, let me do this. Intersecting lines. Okay. And these are lines that cross at just one spot. Okay. So they cross at one point, which would be right where they cross. They intersect right there. Okay. And then you're going to have other lines that are called perpendicular lines. Such a funny word. And these lines cross, but the difference between the perpendicular line, let me just write this again, perpendicular line, is that these cross at a right angle. So when you think about angles, which we're going to talk about definitely coming up soon, we're going to do different types of angles, but right angle means 90 degree right here. So there's a 90 degree angle around each. So it crosses almost like in a complete square here. That's where the cross is. That's where they're going to be perpendicular lines because it's at a right angle. Okay. And there's a difference between, so these lines here, remember, if I drew this and I drew this line is intersecting because it's not exactly at like a four-corner spot. So it's kind of crossing at different types of wider angles where this one's crossing right at a right angle. Okay, so this one down here is the intersecting and this one up here is the perpendicular. And then there's one more type of line that you're going to need to know just for those one set of practice sheets. Probably not for your practice and reteaching, but this line here, and I just have to go back here for a second. Okay, so this one here has a point at one end, an end point at one end, and then the line is continuous at another end. And this one is actually called a ray. And this one is that it goes on in one direction only. Whoops. Okay, so that's the ray, because there's an end point here, but then with the arrow, it's telling you that it's going this way for forever, for an infinite amount of time, that until something gets in its way to stop it. Okay, those are quick notes for you. Again, I'm going to post those in our Google Classroom so that you have them. And then you're with those notes, you're going to have these two sheets of paper to work on. So there's the line segment, lines, segments, and rays. And then again here, it's 2 pages. And then what they want you to do is to draw it and then guess the definition over here. And then I did send the answers to go with that, so you can check your answers with that. And then you're going to be doing this one, my book happens to be purple. If you had your book with you, it would be, this page would be purple. But this is just the practice or the reteaching page. And up at the top of the reteaching page, they give you the same thing I just gave you in our notes. I just wanted you to get familiar with it. The more you write things down, remember, the more it gets stuck in our brains. Okay? And then you just answer the questions. And then here it's just asking you the same thing. Remember just to use your notes and fill this out, and you'll do great. So it's at least you have a little drawing to do today, and it should be fun. All right. Bye, my friends. See you soon.